Hello there, Libra. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Libra for July of 2020. It's 7 months into the year, and I'm hoping it goes a lot better than the last 6 months have been going for all of us. Now, for everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have the speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. It's going to make all of us Virgos named Frankie, I suppose, for the time of the reading. Now look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You will get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think these cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall energy for the month. Now I have a short message for us, and it's around, I think, a lot of relationships or the people that are around us, partners, that type of energy. And I feel like 1 minute it's very lively, the next it's challenging or aggressive. Adversarial is the word I'm hearing. Adversarial, like someone pushing us. But we are supposed to remember sometimes when someone pushes us, it's for our own good. But here's the deal, we can decide it for ourselves. We decide whether it's right for ourselves or wrong for ourselves, and that's exactly how it is in anything in life. We have good words down here. They're kindness, faith, enthusiasm, contentment, and clarity. And oh boy, we're going to have some harsh stuff going on here. It's probably that pushing us. And at the same time, we have 3 major arcana in this reading. So it's like, whoa, it's going to be a ride, but perhaps a really good ride with this harsher one on the bottom of the deck. This is the Three of Swords, and this is kind of a tough card because it's a card of separation, sorrow, maybe a card of breaking up of a love relation, something, relationship or something like that. But it is a card of severance in some manner, but the severance, the separation, whatever happened is something that needed to happen. Whatever that is, a friendship, a relationship, some kind of an alliance that we had with someone, any relationship of any sort. And I think that probably relates to that original message. And even if there's sorrow or regret about it, even with that, the end result is always positive, is what I'd like to say. It always is positive. Usually it's something that was going to happen or had to happen in that way. So the pain of the separation could possibly be a lot of times it's like in the area of love where a third party comes into the situation, breaks it up like a triangle where there's someone else in there, and they break it up, and what I think was formerly a stable, good situation, you know, it just, it was ready, is what Spirit's saying, ready to happen, actually, anyhow. So whatever has died in our life, our relationships, it should be allowed to disintegrate right now, because don't try to hold on to it, because it's something within, and the within stuff, I believe, is what holds us back the longest and the farthest, because even if this is upside down, it would mean that we were unwilling to accept the changes that were happening in our life, or we were denying it and saying everything was perfect before, and it actually wasn't, whether it's a friendship, a relationship, or whatever. Sometimes this is a harsh card because maybe we lost someone, and that's hurtful. But for the most of us, see these black clouds? Right behind this heart that's been pierced or stabbed is the sun shining and the light coming through. And I think that's what we should have faith in. And that's what's eventually going to give us our clarity and our enthusiasm back. Just like our words down here say. Or for some of us, this could be something that happened in the past that we're unwilling to let go of, and we should be letting go of it, because when you see the forward kind of momentum here that we're truly going into, it makes it feel a lot different, if we can accept whatever's happened and kind of move on with it. This one can be, I always see this Emperor energy as an either or, because it means that we're really involved in some kind of establishment, or there's someone else that we're involved in who is a representative of the establishment in some manner. We may have the need or the want to probably identify with this in some manner, whether it's a religion, if it's a political thing, or an ideological thing, an intellectual thing that is of an establishment. We might be going to meetings that work with this or go along with this particular kind of culture, whether it's an institution, an economic group, some type of company, some type of community, things like that. We want to identify with this power, or we're associating with someone who is one of that power, or that has the need to be in this group, and we're going along with it. That could be what the push is, or the break is in here also, because I always tell you guys, I usually don't read this straight up without saying some of us might want to push the emperor out of his position, or have a conflict of some kind going on with the establishment, or with what is happening within that particular company, establishment, things like that. And when we make our decision, remember, it's always up to us to decide if we feel like we're being pushed. Some of us might have the energetics here because it's disturbing our contentment. It's disturbing our what do I want to say, enthusiasm, and we no longer have faith in it, like the reverse of these words. So for some of us, it'll be that way with the Three of Swords energy coming in. For others of us, it's going to be the opposite way. We really like this or want it. So we need to be unwilling to be stuck in the past or blocked, and for going forward to the future. So each one of us will make that decision based on how we feel individually, is the way I want to say it, individually, within inside of us, because there's that first harsh energy with the sun coming out behind it, like there's light at the end of what looks like the end of the world for us right now. There is light at the end of that tunnel, so there are good times coming that we can have faith in and truly trust what's happening. Because next one we get the Magician. This is the beginning, right? It's here, the number one. The Magician is the beginning. So it's a time of new choices in our life. It's when we are ready, willing, and able to type of manipulate the situations to achieve a desired result. So it's leadership, ambition, desire for action, uh, desire, action. They are already at hand. The desire we have for action is already in our hands, but so is the ability to use these actions or these tools in a manner that we are using them correctly. Because the key to this card is if the magician uses the tools in a improper manner, they end up backfiring on us. And we want to evaluate, think about the tools that we have, think about the tools that we have that are appropriate for this particular thing, and to use them in an appropriate manner, and to not push, fight, or argue it through, but to do it in a way that makes life good and fortunate, and that I'm content with, that I have faith in. And the way Spirit has shown me as I went through the rough time and came out to the light on the end of that tunnel, so to speak, because we have everything, we can start fresh. The only thing that would stop us is our unwillingness to move forward from the past. And that's the way it's going to be, because now we got the Wheel of Fortune. I was like, how do we get three major arcana coming up in the same, all in the same reading? So I think it's really good, because the Wheel of Fortune is, we have put something into motion now. And once we put it into motion, it's unstoppable. So no matter what we do, so it's unstoppable. We did something, we quit a job, we made a travel reservation somehow, ended a relationship or ended a friendship, just period, or any other type of situation. It's something we did ourselves that we put into motion. So there's hardly anything to do with the Wheel of Fortune energy other than go with the flow, or go with the ride, is the other thing that they're saying to me. But because we did this, that's why I know so much there's light at the end of the tunnel, like out of our Three of Swords type energy. Because we did it, there will be some unexpected things that come into our life, like we meet somebody while we're on a trip and we were made a really good offer of some kind of sort, or we're given a new opportunity in that manner. And it's all what is part of the bigger plan, or the grand plan for our life. So the Wheel of Fortune itself, the Wheel of Fortune itself is the precursor energy to having good fortune, no matter what it is. So it's a precursor energy that I can have faith in, you know, and what this choice or this decision that I make is the one that I step on and go for the ride with, because we have the Magician, which is new energy, fresh beginnings, that type of energy along with this. So jumping on the wheel and going for the ride feels like it's an appropriate energy. And I told us that we had two harsher energies in here, and this is the Five of Rods energy. So it's about competition for one thing, and usually it's in like the global economy, and there's a lot of that going on now. So it's the mad scramble, the craziness that people want to do for money, for power, and all of that crap that comes with it. And we'll see that. The greed, the corruption, the energetics like this. So the card itself is a card that is about struggle in the marketplace, because Rod's energy itself usually means business financial. So it's like we're moving, there's new factors that are coming into whatever situation that are demanding change. So we would have to adapt, we would have to grow. So it's not like as simple as it used to be in our life. And new competition comes up and into the neighborhood when we get this type of cards. So we've been we have to put forth, I couldn't get the words out of my mouth, we have to put forth a lot more of that effort to keep what we have gained in our lives, in terms of financial gain, because it's a rod's energy, in terms of financial gain or material goods that we have, all of that energy. So you either suffer with this card, which is what happens with the Three of Swords energy. We're either going to suffer or we go to really high success. So to me, this is the card of keeping on my toes, knowing what is coming, and having the foresight from the magician, using the tools and jumping on to the path that best suits me in order to win the game. Now, I want to say along with this, some people call this a fake fight, like if you're arguing with friends and things like that. But with what's going on with the virus and all the, rest of things, all this unrest that's going on, I feel like this card may be something that comes in handy or is set up through circumstances that are already happening in a global thing, on a global plane or a world plane. So I don't feel it quite the same. Whoops, angel cards are sliding right off the table. I don't feel it like a fake battle. I feel it like logic, almost like the preparation. But we seem to decide, right, jump on the ride, and then we get the new opportunities for the future and the capacity through the magician and this Three of Swords energy, and whatever apple cart we upset when we make our decision to move forward in a really good way, in a way that contents us with real clarity, real clarity of sight and of forethought is the words that they're saying to me. So the magician's going to give us a tool that's going to tell us, right, to jump on for the ride. I really believe that. Look at the perspective, like the big overall perspective, and actually decide what it is I want for my future, and did I want what I had in the past to block what I'm going for in my future? Am I willing to ask for something bigger and better and more appropriate during the decisions that I make? I just looked down at our angel card. The card is ask. So ask Libra for what we want. It says ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We were governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choice and decision. And that's what came up in that original message. So we patiently await your request. And a lot of us really forget Spirit cannot work with us and through us because of free will unless we ask. And we have to ask. And we have to know what's appropriate for us that we truly want when we ask. It says this card serves as a reminder to ask your angels for help more often. The angels can help you with any and all areas of your life, including bringing you ideas, courage, faith, like our word down here, confidence, and clarity, like our word down here. They can help with material needs such as money, time, health, and vitality. Ask for whatever you need instead of complaining. Ask for help. Ask the people in your life to help you, delegate, hire others to assist you, or request help from your angels for everything, no matter how small or how large. Believe it or not, miracles, what we call miracles, right, in the world actually are natural occurrence when we're totally focused and we ask. So nothing is bigger or too small within the vision or the sight of the universe. So if we think it like that, we can ask for whatever it is that we truly want. And the universe doesn't put a limit on it. The universe doesn't put a limit. We put a limit on it through maybe not following our path forward. And I just thought about this and didn't think about it when I was doing the reading. The Magician is a 1, the Wheel of Fortune is a 10. So both cards are cards of bringing something fresh. The Wheel of Fortune is a 10, which reduces to 1. New, fresh, better beginnings. Fresh starts and a new life, I believe, actually through the choices that we're going to make. So I think it's a good time for us. So sit back, think about it, and think about it as in that 3 of Swords energy. My heart was broken, right? But there's a light at the end of this tunnel when I make the decisions that are right for me. Now, I don't know where this is coming down in any of our lives, but you'll be able to put that on where it goes for you. But I think it's a really important time for us. Well, Libra, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or if you just want to go neb about me, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all the information's down below the screen over at the website. There's also 2 short videos over there. One explains the prayer class, the other one the suture classes I put out there for you guys. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It's comprehensive. It explains why you format prayers the way you do, how you format them, all of that stuff. And the sutras are simple thought forms. You put in a meditation, it takes 5 minutes a day. It enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. So to everybody I've met through 4 whole years of doing YouTubes now, and to all of you I've met through 32 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all, it's been an honor, privilege, pleasure, and a joy to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.